It's time for a review of the album Heaven and Hell by the band Sum 41. Originally announced back in March of last year, this album will be the final farewell album by the famous pop-punk band Sum 41. Now this band has nothing to prove at this point. They're a seasoned pop-punk band. They have cemented a place on the Mount Rushmore of this style of music. I was interested to see how this album would play out. From the not very good album cover, you can see the Heaven and Hell side. That one side, first side, will be more of a pop-punk style. Second side, more of the thrash, heavier side that Sum 41 has lately been known for. I was interested to see if there would be any ballads, any of that kind of thing, which we'll get into later. However, before I even listened to any of the album, I was amazed at how long the album was, running close to an hour. I think that they did a little bit too much with this, but we'll get into that as well. The album starts off with the song Waiting on a Twist of Fate, which I think is a great intro to the album. It really sets the pace. It's very quick, high energy. The guitar riffing sounds amazing. The vocals are great. The lyrics are edgy, and I think that it's a great sing-along kind of shouting song. However, from there, on the Heaven side, things take a turn for the worse, or for the more boring side. I think a lot of these songs are generic, kind of filler songs, and while by no means it's terrible, it's just not really something that I would ever come back and listen to again. The second song on the album, while it's not bad, it's just about 2 minutes of generic, catchy, but not really interesting pop punk. One song on the first side of the album, however, that did stand out to me that I probably will listen to again is the one titled Not Quite Myself. I think that the verse and then the pre-chorus and then the chorus work together very nicely. This, combined with the nice guitar melodies, makes for a pretty good pop-punk song. When the album first starts to slow down for a more soft song, it's with the song Dopamine. However, I think that this song is plagued with very corny lyrics. The whole, I just did it for dopamine, it's not really my style. I think that they're a little too old to be singing about this kind of thing. The next kind of slower song is the song Radio Silence. This song has some nice piano melodies, nothing too bad, nothing too great. It's just another one of the classic Sum 41 ballads. While it might sound that I'm hating on this first side, Heaven, a lot, it's not bad. It's just very generic, and a lot of the choruses are very predictable, and a lot of the verses kind of sound like verses from another song, and then you kind of lose track of where you are, and then you just listen to it, and it's not bad. It's just not something that I would come back to.
All right, the last guy just found out that Sum 41 is actually breaking up, and he's not doing too well, so I'm going to take care of the rest of the review. So here we transition into the Hell side of the album, the darker side. It's more metal flavored, and it's very refreshing after the pop punk. We get a very nice, epic, almost like a choir, bring us into the next part of the album, and we go straight into Rise Up, which is very high energy, very invigorating, and it's very refreshing. This is one of the best songs on the album, in my opinion. But as we go along, the album suffers from the same errors that the pop-punk side suffers from. It just gets too long, the songs run together, and there are some standout moments like the wah-wah infused guitar solo from I Don't Need Anyone. That's a very high point on the album. I really like that. But it just gets to be too long at the end. So I think this album is very good. What? I think this album is pretty good. It could have benefited from maybe fewer tracks. I think the high points would have stuck out even more, and it would be a lot more memorable, something to come back to. But it's pretty good.
So what do you think the Sanden official rating should be?
Well, funny you should ask. The Sanden official rating is a 5 to 6.
I agree, maybe lower. We're going to be uploading a lot of quality content, some more reviews, some more fun stuff, so subscribe, and then you won't miss out on any of it. Let us know what you want to hear from next.